OET, PTE, and TOEFL has become a great need for job aspirants today. B-GHUD has been producing excellent results in all these global exams on English for the last 24 years. We are one of the 2 Platinum Plus members of British Council. The prestigious national awards and accolades we received at a national level manifest our focus on producing commendable results. Our intensive online one-on-one classes on IELTS, OET, PTE, TOEFL, and the global exams on nursing have proved to be successful in attracting excellent results. B-GHUD Academy, along with the professional guidance of M&G and GB, one of the most reputed consultancies of India, will definitely help you reach your dream destinations such as Canada, the US, the UK, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand. M&G and GB Education are the authorized agents of 650 plus universities and colleges in 15 different countries and are associated with reputed immigration lawyers in Canada and Australia. May the Almighty Lord help you achieve your goal at the earliest. The world is wide open for bright candidates. Therefore, getting a good score in IELTS, OET, PTE, and TOEFL has become a great need for job aspirants today. B-GHUD has been producing excellent results in all these global exams on English for the last 24 years. We are one of the 2 Platinum Plus members of British Council. The prestigious national awards and accolades we received at a national level manifest our focus on producing commendable results. Our intensive online one-on-one classes on IELTS, OET, PTE, TOEFL, and the global exams on nursing have proved to be successful in attracting excellent results. B-GHUD Academy, along with the professional guidance of M&G and GB, one of the most reputed consultancies of India, will definitely help you reach your dream destinations such as Canada, the US, the UK, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand. M&G and
Good evening, everyone. So I can see a few people have joined the session right now. Surya, Vineet, Remy, Matthew, hi. Hi both. So I believe everybody who has joined right now can watch me properly and hear me properly. If there are any problems, kindly let us know through the comment section. Princey Matthew, Remy Matthew, yes, good evening. Good evening, Jamila. Good evening. I believe you are all doing good and you are all safe. So everybody try to be safe. Try not to crowd anywhere. Maintain social distance. Use sanitizer whenever possible. Anju George, Marina Sherwin, Remy Matthews, Seema Binu, Hussain, Rona Simon, Lakshmi Gowda. Good evening everybody. Rekha Binoj. And in addition to all this, I hope everybody's OET preparation is going pretty well. So it has been some days. We have actually come live for reading part. Those who are new to this session, kindly watch the other videos which have been already uploaded to our YouTube and both Facebook channel. Kindly watch those videos as well. I believe they would be much informative. So today, as usual, I'm going to discuss certain multiple choice questions which are usually asked in both part B and part C. Hi Karthik, Maria, Tushara, Jency, Sushma Patil, Dency, Denny, Alina Babu. Last session, usually what enda cheyyunnennulladu brief aayittu പാർട്ട് ബിയിൽ എന്താണ് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുക അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പാർട്ട് ബി എങ്ങനെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഫേസ് ചെയ്യണം എന്നുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ പറയും. അതിനുശേഷം കുറച്ച് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ്, ഒരു 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 questions will be discussed so that you can understand properly how you're supposed to find the answers. So let others also join the session, and after that I will start discussing multiple choice questions. Suvida, hi. Soumya, Leena, hi everyone. All right, so you all might be knowing how you are supposed to solve a multiple choice question. Most of you might be already aware of it. പക്ഷെ എന്നാലും അതിനെപ്പറ്റി ഞാൻ വളരെ ബ്രീഫ് ആയിട്ട് ഒന്ന് പറയാം ഒന്നും കൂടെ. First of all, you need to start by reading the question. You need to read the question. That is what I usually advise everybody. All right, question and start here, because usually, not always, usually the questions will definitely have the focus in it. So after reading the question, we will definitely come to know what exactly we are supposed to find out from the paragraph. That's the whole idea of reading the question and understanding it perfectly. Question വായിച്ചു മനസ്സിലാക്കി എന്താണ് നമുക്ക് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാനുള്ളതെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ വായിക്കുന്നതിന്റെ ഉദ്ദേശം തന്നെ. അപ്പൊ ആദ്യം ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്, you need to read the question, understand it perfectly. Once you have understood the question, once you have realized what you need to find out from the paragraph or from the respective passage, you need to read it. You need to read the paragraph. All right. As you all know, in both part B and part C, we don't have more than one paragraph to be read. ഒന്നി കൂടുതൽ പാരഗ്രാഫ് വായിക്കാനില്ല പാർട്ട് ബിയിലാണെങ്കിലും സിയിലാണെങ്കിലും. ഇറ്റ്സ് ഓൺലി വൺ പാരഗ്രാഫ്. സോ ആ ഒരു പാരഗ്രാഫ് വൃത്തിക്ക് അങ്ങ് വായിക്കുക. Alright, so you need to read the question, after which you need to go through the respective paragraph, and the paragraph must be read fully. Alright, you always need to remember there is no shortcut for anything. Even if anyone offers you to give you a lot of shortcuts which will make you, or which will enable you to get the answers as quick as possible, I don't really believe in any such things, and you should also don't believe in any such gimmicks. There is no such thing called shortcuts to get the answer. So we need to read the paragraph thoroughly. Read it, understand it perfectly. So paragraphil ninnu proper aayittulla idea കണ്ട് വായിച്ച് മനസ്സിലാക്കുക. After which you need to move on to the options. അതാണ് നമ്മുടെ third step. And when you do that, when you make a comparison of the idea that you got from the paragraph, which is in connection with the question that you have already read in the first place, you need to remember, you need to keep these three things in your mind. മൂന്ന് കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഓർത്തിരിക്കുക. സാധാരണ ഞാൻ പറയാറുണ്ട്, ഒന്ന് എല്ലാം വായിക്കുക, രണ്ട് എലിമിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളത് എലിമിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക, മൂന്ന് ഒരുപോലെ ഇരിക്കുന്നത് കണ്ട് അതിന്റെ പുറകിൽ പോകരുത്. So these are the three major things that I usually discuss with everybody. Every option must be read. You need to first eliminate the wrong options before you jump to a conclusion. Third, you should never go after similarities or those options that actually look like the contents that you might have read in the paragraph. Paragraphil കണ്ടതുപോലെ അതേ ഒരു appearance ഉള്ള options കണ്ടു പോകരുത്. Okay. So everything, your entire decision while you go through or while you try to solve the paragraph or different questions must be done on the basis of the concept or the context or the overall idea you can get from the paragraph. I hope everybody has understood whatever I have discussed here. So read the question, read the respective paragraph, understand it perfectly. Once you have done that, you need to move on to the options. Options must be read properly. Every option must be read. Every wrong option must be eliminated, and then you need to find the right answer. All right, let's go for the questions now. So I can see people are still joining the session. See, right now, since I have already discussed how we are supposed to solve multiple choice questions, I'm gonna give you some examples. All right, so I've got around 4 to 5 questions right now. So this is the first question. I guess everybody can see it on your screen. So here is one question with 4 options and 1 paragraph. So I'm going to make you people solve this. Like always, I'll give you 2 minutes. You need to read the question, you need to read the paragraph and find the answer. It's not just about finding the answer. You people need to comment it. All right? So I'm waiting for the comments in both YouTube and Facebook. So you may comment your answers after you have done it. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes for finding the answer for question number 2. 2 minutes for question number 1. See, if anybody finds it difficult to see the content or to see the paragraph that I've uploaded here properly, kindly raise the quality. The resolution should be increased to at least 720p or 1080p. Well, in that case, you will be able to see or read the contents in a proper manner, or at least 480 pixel would be fine. If you have gotten the answer, you people may start commenting. So those who are watching on Facebook as well, start commenting. It will be really appreciated. All right. So I have started getting answers from you. Good, good. Go ahead, go ahead. Answers കണ്ടുപിടിച്ചാൽ ഉടൻ അത് കമന്റ് ചെയ്യുക. This is not actually a tough question, so I don't think it's going to be a problem for anyone. All right, I'm getting several answers here. Others, make it fast. I can see a lot of people have joined Facebook, and so make sure that you comment your answers. All right. So there are numerous people: Anish, Srija, Ammu, Rekha, Sena. Okay, so I'm gonna explain the question right now for everybody. Yeah, you can see a lot of people have given their answers. So the question asks, in the third paragraph, the writer suggests that prohibition of cannabis in the USA was due to. So from the question, we just now got the focus. We need to find out why cannabis was prohibited or banned in the USA. USA എന്തിന് ഇത് ban ചെയ്തു എന്നുള്ള കാര്യം reason മാത്രം കണ്ടുപിടിച്ചാൽ മതി. So let's go through the paragraph. In 1910, so a surge of prohibition sentiments in the USA as concerns rose regarding the social consequences of alcohol and narcotic abuse. In that line itself, they have given you a hint. So let's anyway read the paragraph completely. In the decade that followed, states started passing prohibition laws. Eventually, in 1937, Marijuana Tax Act criminalized use of cannabis, despite protests from the American Medical Association, who argued that there was no evidence that it was dangerous and that it held potential for substantial medical use. This was quickly followed by the release of the film Reefer Madness, which warned against the dangers of smoking cannabis for recreational use, an entirely different matter. This shaped and misled mainstream attitudes for decades to come. So I've read the paragraph right now. You may have understood the overall idea from here. Paragraph ഇപ്പോൾ മുഴുവൻ വായിച്ചു. ആദ്യത്തെ ഒരു ലൈനിൽ തന്നെ എൻ്റെ ഐഡിയ തരുന്നുണ്ട്. Prohibition sentiments in the USA. Surge. What do you mean by surge? Surge means to increase. അപ്പോൾ മൊത്തത്തിൽ prohibit ചെയ്യണം എന്നുള്ളൊരു demand കൂടിക്കൊണ്ടേയിരുന്നു USA. അതിന്റെ reason, as concerns rose regarding the social consequences of alcohol and narcotic abuse. Narcotics പിന്നെ ആൽക്കഹോൾ ഇതിന്റെ രണ്ടേയും അബ്യൂസ് കാരണം ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന സോഷ്യൽ കോൺസിക്വൻസസ് ആണ് കാനബിസിനെയും പ്രൊഹിബിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളതിന് ലീഡ് ചെയ്തത്. സോ ഇറ്റ്സ് ദ സോഷ്യൽ കോൺസിക്വൻസസ് ഓഫ് ആൽക്കഹോൾ ആൻഡ് നാർക്കോട്ടിക് അബ്യൂസ് വിച്ച് ആക്ച്വലി ലെഡ് ടു ദ പ്രൊഹിബിഷൻ ഓഫ് cannabis in the USA. You will find other details there. Anyway, let's go through the options now. Option A says concern regarding increasing tobacco consumption. That can never be the answer because we didn't find anything about tobacco in this paragraph. So that's clearly not given. Eliminate it right away. Now the second option. The writer suggests that the prohibition of cannabis in USA was due to an attempt to control a rise in anti-social activity. Now this may be right. Don't you people think so? Because they are talking about anti-social activity here in the option, and in the paragraph we found about social consequences. So they were concerned about the social consequences of alcohol and narcotics. So that's the reason why they prohibited cannabis. So they were having this concern in their mind that similar to the alcohol and narcotics abuse, cannabis also could get abused and such kind of social consequences would arise. അപ്പം നാർക്കോട്ടിക്സ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആൽക്കഹോൾ കൊണ്ടുണ്ടാവുന്ന പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ പോലെ തന്നെ cannabis use ചെയ്തും പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാകാം എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ചിന്തയാണ്. Okay, B may be the right answer. Let's go for C and D now. Fear caused by widespread misunderstanding. So they are talking about misunderstanding in the paragraph actually. In the last part you may see, this shaped and misled mainstream attitudes for decades to come. What you can understand from that, it's talking about misunderstanding. അപ്പോൾ കാര്യമായിട്ടൊരു misunderstanding അവിടെ ഉണ്ടായി. But that happened after the prohibition. After cannabis was prohibited and after a movie was actually released. അതിന്റെ റിസൾട്ട് ആണ് ഈ മിസ്അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡിംഗ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ. അല്ലാതെ മിസ്അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡിംഗ് ഉണ്ടായതുകൊണ്ടല്ല പ്രൊഹിബിഷൻ നടന്നത്. സോ സി ഈസ് ആക്ച്വലി റോങ്. ഡി, a lack of financial resources to fund research, no information. So answer is B. Let's conclude that. So I can see a lot of people got the right answer and I'm really happy for that. It's actually great. So let's move on to second question now. Again, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Go through the question, the paragraph, and find the answer. 2 minutes. Comment the answers as soon as you get it. കിട്ടുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ കമന്റ് ചെയ്യാം. Yeah, I can see the answers given by certain people. Jitmol Varghese. It's about time, but still I'm giving you one more additional minute here. No rush. Nobody has to rush. So I'm getting different answers here. Alright, I'm going to explain it right now. So the question, it says in the following paragraph, it is suggested that the study of children with ASD. So they're talking about a study. What has been suggested in the paragraph regarding the study conducted on children with ASD? ASD all student, children അവരിൽ നടത്തിയ സ്റ്റഡി എന്താണ് ഈ പാരഗ്രാഫിൽ സജസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ലെറ്റ്സ് ഗോ ത്രൂ ദ പാരഗ്രാഫ്. One recent study analyzed the data of 198 children with autistic spectrum disorder who had been treated with medical cannabis between 2015 and 17. Over 30% reported a significant improvement and over 53% a moderate improvement. Compliance was 80%, which is itself good evidence of satisfaction and indicates that cannabis is well tolerated, safe and effective option for relieving symptoms and improving sufferers' quality of life. So you can find that here they have conducted the study on 188 children. Our study and the result was actually good. 30% reported significant improvement, 53 moderate improvement, and compliance was 80%. So it all was actually good. Then later you may see it says however. So the situation is gonna change right now when you see such a word. However, it was an observational study and parents of patients were self-selecting, so didn't necessarily constitute a representative patient sample. So you may see even though the study was actually good, the results were actually good. The study was not a proper study. The sample was not a perfect one. നല്ലൊരു സാമ്പിൾ അല്ലായിരുന്നു. പേഷ്യൻസിന്റെ പേരൻസ് സെൽഫ് സെലക്ടിങ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ഇറ്റ്സ് ജസ്റ്റ് an observational study. It's not a representative patient sample there. Another line, although encouraging, yes, it means it is the results are definitely encouraging, but outcomes may also have been biased by parents' opinion of the treatment. So there could be bias in the results because of the opinions by the parents of the patients. Patients and the parents and the opinion വെച്ച് വന്നിരിക്കുന്ന റിസൾട്ടിൽ ഒരു ബയസ് വരാനുള്ള സാധ്യത ഉണ്ടെന്നും ഇവർ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. ലാസ്റ്റ് ലൈനിൽ പറയുന്നു, this indicates that more double-blind placebo-controlled trials are crucial to enhance understanding of the effects on ASD patients. ഇനിയും ടെസ്റ്റ് നടത്തണം. We need more study to know more about how cannabis affects patients with ASD or children with ASD. So this is not a proper study even though the results were good. നല്ല റിസൾട്ട്സ് ആയിരുന്നെങ്കിലും സ്റ്റഡി അത്ര പെർഫെക്റ്റ് അല്ലായിരുന്നു. ഇനിയും സ്റ്റഡി വേണമെന്നാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇതാണ് പാരഗ്രാഫ്. ഓപ്ഷൻ എ, it is suggested that study of children with ASD didn't need to follow standard clinical procedures. Standard clinical procedures follow ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ലായിരുന്നു. No information, anything, nothing like that anywhere in the paragraph. So that's definitely not given. Option B says it is suggested that the study of children with ASD was limited by the participants' expectations. All right. Now this may be right because we read in the paragraph in the after the middle portion we read that patients were self-selecting, the parents were self-selecting. Then they are telling that the results could be biased by the opinion of the parents and opinions കാരണം biased ആകാനും സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. So biased വരുന്നതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ definitely that's a limitation. ഒരു പരിധി, ഒരു സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യുകയാണ്, ഒരു ലിമിറ്റേഷൻ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യുകയാണ് അവിടെ. സോ അങ്ങനെ ഒരു പ്രശ്നം വരാനുള്ള സാധ്യത ഉണ്ടെന്നാണ് അവർ അതിനകത്ത് സ്റ്റേറ്റ് ചെയ്തേക്കുന്നത്. Alright. So that is what you can find here. So B has got a chance. We should not confirm it anyway. So let's move on to option C now. Option C says was a particularly valid piece of research. No. We cannot really state that it was a valid piece of research. Why? Because clearly they have said in the last part, we need more tests to know more about it. ഇനി നമുക്ക് ടെസ്റ്റ് എടുത്താൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചെയ്താൽ മാത്രമേ ഇതിനെ പറ്റി കൂടുതൽ മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ പറ്റൂ. അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം this test is not a good one even though the results were good. This cannot be considered as a proper test. We need more tests to get a better conclusion. So we cannot really consider this as a valid piece of research. That is wrong. Next one, last one. Produced some surprising results. Results were actually good, but how can anyone say that the results were surprising? Did you find any surprising element anywhere? Any word to support that idea? Like it was really interesting. Is there any such thing mentioned anywhere? It was unexpected. It went beyond expectations. It was actually like any such thing mentioned anywhere in the paragraph? Nothing. So there is no information in the paragraph which actually supports the surprising element. Results നല്ലതാണ്, പക്ഷെ ഇത് സർപ്രൈസിംഗ് ആയിരുന്നു എന്ന് പറയാൻ ഇവിടെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ട്? താഴോട്ട് പാരഗ്രാഫ് വായിക്കും. Over 30% reported significant improvement. So you don't know whether or not it is surprising. ഇതൊരു സർപ്രൈസിംഗ് റിസൾട്ട് ആണോ അതോ അവര് പ്രതീക്ഷിച്ചതാണോ പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കാത്തതാണോ ഇതൊന്നും അവിടെ പറയുന്നില്ല. So we don't know about it. So D cannot be the answer. So B is the answer, right answer. Was limited by the participants' expectations. ഈ സ്റ്റഡിയെ പറ്റി മൊത്തത്തിൽ എന്താ മനസ്സിലായി? അത്ര നല്ല സ്റ്റഡി ആണോ? അത്ര നല്ല സ്റ്റഡി അല്ലായിരുന്നു. There were limitations. Two limitations have been mentioned here. One, self-selection of patients or parents. Two, opinions of parents may be biased because of that. But limited on. Why? Because of the expectations of participants. So answer is B. Answer is B. I hope everybody has understood what I explained. If that's the case, let's move on to the next question. Question number 3, again, 2 minutes. You may start giving out the answer for the third question. It's almost 2 minutes. Yeah. Come on, I'm expecting more answers from you. More comments. All right, I'm receiving them. Okay, some of you have chosen B, others have went for C, and then there are some people who actually went for A. All right. All right, I'm going to explain it now. So those who are about to give their answers, make it fast. I'm going to read the question right now. So it asks, in researching side effects, Colagri aims to. So we just have to find out what Colagri's aim is from the paragraph. Paragraph says, in interaction is also the focus of Colagri's research. Is actually the continuation of the previous paragraph, I believe. You may know that. So you may read from the second sentence, Colagri is looking into the nocebo effect. When a patient's pessimism about a treatment becomes self-fulfilling. If you give placebo and warn only 50% of the patients about the side effects, those who warn report more side effects. Says Colagri is aiming to reverse that by exploiting the psychology of food packaging, Products are labeled 98% fat-free rather than 2% because positive reference to the word fat puts consumers off. I hope everybody has understood what I've said so far. It says, if anybody gives a placebo, or let it be a medicine, to somebody, and let's say there are 10 people. To 5 of them, we actually gave them a warning that this could cause side effects, and others, no warning was actually provided to them. So those who got the warning, because of the warning they got, they might be developing some side effects. That's psychological. So both placebo and nocebo, both are psychological. Nocebo, I believe everybody knows. Nocebo is actually the negative effects, the impact or the negative impact which a patient or a person could be experiencing because of because they might be worried about the negative impact of the same medicine. All right, so they might be worried about the adverse effects, and because of that, like the concern they have in their mind, they might be developing some side effects which they might never have developed if they had thought positively. പോസിറ്റീവായിട്ട് ചിന്തിച്ചിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ഒരു പക്ഷെ വരാൻ സാധ്യതയില്ലാത്ത സൈഡ് എഫക്ട്സ് വരുന്ന പരിപാടിയാണ് എന്ത് നൊസീബോ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന എഫക്ട്. സോ ഇവിടെ പറയുന്ന ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ, 50% ആൾക്കാർക്ക് വാർണിംഗ് കൊടുത്തു, 50% ആൾക്കാർക്ക് വാർണിംഗ് കൊടുത്തില്ല. വാർണിംഗ് കൊടുത്തവർ സൈഡ് എഫക്ട്സ് പറയാനുള്ള കൂടുതൽ സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. ബിക്കോസ് ദേ ഹാവ് ദാറ്റ് തിങ് ഇൻ ദ മൈൻഡ്, because in that this particular medicine could be causing certain side effects to me. So if they have that strong idea in their mind, they may be developing something. So താഴോട്ട് നോക്കുമ്പം he is aiming. So the question is also about aim. He is aiming to reverse that by exploiting the psychology of food packaging. അപ്പം ഈ ഒരു എഫക്ട് വാർണിംഗ് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന നൊസീബോയുടെ എഫക്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് സൈഡ് എഫക്ട്സിനെ ഒന്ന് റിവേഴ്സ് ചെയ്യാനാണ്. റിവേഴ്സ് ചെയ്യാൻ എന്താണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? He is actually trying to exploit the psychology of food packaging. You all might have seen this in your real life, where people would be say, or the products will be labeled as 98% sugar free. What does it mean? It means it has got 2% of sugar. The information is actually the same. രണ്ടിടത്തും ഒന്നാണ്, 98% ഇല്ലെന്ന് പറയുന്നതും 2% ഉണ്ടെന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, they both are same. But when we see it's 98% free of sugar, we will have a positive idea or a positive feeling in our mind. We would believe like, yeah, it's a good thing because it doesn't have 98% sugar. On the other hand, 2% sugar ഉണ്ടെന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ people might get worried about that. So it has got 2% sugar, so it would be better if I would not buy that product. So this is the psychology the paragraph is talking about. Our psychology exploit ചെയ്യാനാണ് Clagry aim ചെയ്യുന്നത്. എന്തിനാണ്? Last പാർട്ടിലോട്ട് വരിക. A drug with a 30% chance of causing a side effect can be reframed as having a 70% chance of not causing. എന്നാൽ 30% സൈഡ് എഫക്ട്സ് ഉണ്ടാവും എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിനെക്കാട്ടും നല്ലത് 70% സൈഡ് എഫക്ട്സ് ഉണ്ടാകില്ല എന്ന് ഉറപ്പ് കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതൊരു പോസിറ്റീവ് റീഇൻഫോഴ്സ്മെന്റ് ആണ്. So because of that positive reinforcement which says 70%, there is no 70%, the chances of not having side effects is 70%. It's a positive reinforcement. Because of it, people will not be complaining about the side effects much. So that's the idea. Last line, you're giving the same information but framing it a way that minimizes negative expectations. Let's go through the options now. Option A, discover whether placebos can cause them. Placebos side effects ഉണ്ടാക്കുമോ ഇല്ലയോ എന്ന് അറിയാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണോ ഇതിനകത്തിൽ ആരെങ്കിലും നോക്കുന്നത്? Like, are they talking mainly about placebos here? Yeah, they are talking about nocebo. That's the main idea here. അത് മാത്രമല്ല, that's not the aim of this person, Clagry. Now B says reduce the number of people who experience them. Don't you think this may be right? കാരണം 30% സൈഡ് എഫക്ട് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ because of that കൂടുതൽ ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ഒരു പക്ഷെ സൈഡ് എഫക്ട്സ് ഫീൽ ചെയ്തേക്കാം. എന്നാൽ 70% സൈഡ് എഫക്ട് ഇല്ലാത്തതാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ സൈഡ് എഫക്ട്സ് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആൾക്കാരുടെ എണ്ണം കുറയ്ക്കാം. കാരണം സൈഡ് എഫക്ട്സ് ആർ like some of the side effects are mainly due to the belief they have in their mind. ആ സംഭവങ്ങൾ കുറയ്ക്കാം എന്നാണ് ഇവിടെ പറയുന്നത്. So B has got a chance. C എന്നാ പറയുന്നത്, make information about them more accessible to patients. ഇവിടെ താഴെ പറയുന്നുണ്ട് ക്ലിയർ ആയിട്ട്, യു ആർ ഗിവിംഗ് ദ സെയിം ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ. ഒരേ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ തന്നെയാണ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. ദർ ഈസ് നോ ചേഞ്ച് ഇൻ ദാറ്റ്. എന്തെങ്കിലും വ്യത്യാസം ഉണ്ടോ? 98% ഇല്ലെന്ന് പറയുന്നു, 2% ഉണ്ടെന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ദ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ ഇസ് സെയിം. ദ ബോത്ത് ആർ ഈക്വലി accessible to everyone. So option C cannot be right. D, investigate whether pessimistic patients are more likely to suffer from them. ഇതിനകത്തുള്ള ഹോൾ ഐഡിയ എന്താണ്? പെസിമിസ്റ്റിക് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നെഗറ്റീവ് ആയിട്ട് ചിന്തിക്കുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നെഗറ്റീവ് സൈഡ് എഫക്ട്സ് വരും എന്ന് ചിന്തിക്കുന്നത്, അതിനെയാണ് നൊസീബോ എഫക്ട് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അങ്ങനെ ചിന്തിക്കുന്നവർക്ക് സൈഡ് എഫക്ട്സ് വരും, അത് വരുമെന്ന് തന്നെയാണ് ഇവിടെ പറഞ്ഞേക്കുന്നത്. ബട്ട് വാട്ട് ഈസ് കിലാഗ്രി എയിംസ് ടു ഫൈൻഡ് ഫ്രം ഹിയർ? അങ്ങനെ വരുമോ ഇല്ലയോ എന്നുള്ളതല്ല, അങ്ങനെ വരുന്നതിന്റെ നമ്പർ കുറയ്ക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അപ്പൊ നമ്പർ കുറയ്ക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി 30% പ്രശ്നം ഉണ്ടാകും എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിന് പകരം 70% പ്രശ്നം ഇല്ല എന്ന് പറയാം. സോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ഹിസ് എയിം? His aim is to reduce the number of people who would experience any sort of side effect because of the placebo provided. That's it. So answer is B. Again, it's B. I hope everybody has understood it. If that's the case, let's move on to the next question now. All right, question number 4. Question number 4. You may start giving out the answers if you have gotten it. All right, I can see people are giving out their answers. That's actually good. I will be start explaining this particular question. in less than 1 minute. All right, I'm going to explain it. So I've seen a lot of people have given their answers. That's actually great. Okay, so question asks, in the following paragraph, the writer criticizes the provision of egg freezing because. So we need to know why the writer criticized the provision of egg freezing. Egg freezing എന്നുള്ള provision അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കാര്യം like criticize ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നു. എന്തിന്? We need to know the reasons. All right, so let's go through the paragraph right now. However, egg freezing presents ethical challenges and therefore isn't widely promoted for healthy women. Questions surrounding access have been raised and fertility experts are in quandary. Some say that the procedure should be reserved only for women who need freeze their eggs on medical grounds. For example, those about to have certain types of cancer treatment that will cause irreversible damage to their ovaries. So there are also problems related to the ways in which the media portrays egg freezing and implications for society as a whole if it is normalized or mandated. So ഇത്രയും paragraph വായിച്ചപ്പോൾ മനസ്സിലായി കാണും like പ്രശ്നങ്ങളുണ്ട്, ethical challenges ഉണ്ട്. So healthy women like അത് പ്രൊമോട്ട് ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നതിന് ഒരുപാട് ethical reasons കാര്യങ്ങളുണ്ട്. താഴോട്ട് വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് questions ഉണ്ട്. Quandary, that's a word which may be new for many, is actually a state of confusion. മൊത്തത്തിൽ ഒരു ഡിസിഷൻ എടുക്കാൻ പറ്റാത്ത ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷൻ, ഒരു ഡിലേമ, പെർപ്ലെക്സിറ്റി, അങ്ങനെ വേണം അതിനെ പറയാം. So some say that procedure should be reserved only for women who need to freeze their eggs. മെഡിക്കൽ ഗ്രൗണ്ട്സിൽ ആവശ്യമുള്ളവർക്ക് മാത്രമേ അത് ചെയ്യാൻ പാടുള്ളൂ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഓവറി എഫക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന എന്തെങ്കിലും രീതിയിൽ ഒരു ഹെൽത്ത് കണ്ടീഷൻ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ they may definitely go for this option. അങ്ങനെയുള്ളവർക്ക് മാത്രം കൊടുക്കും. ഇനി താഴോട്ട് വരുമ്പോൾ പറയുന്നുണ്ട് media portray ചെയ്യുന്ന രീതിയിലും ഒരുപാട് പ്രശ്നങ്ങളുണ്ട്. And in the last part, one thing is for certain, at approximately $7,500 for a cycle of hormone treatment, egg harvesting and freezing, it's likely to become the preserve of a privileged few who can afford it. Yet another misgiving to add to the case against it. See, the question is asking about the criticism. എന്താണ് ക്രിട്ടിസൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ക്രിട്ടിസൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന്റെ കാര്യം എന്താണെന്നാണ് ചോദിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. So let's go through the options. Option A, expecting taxpayers to fund it is unreasonable. Again, is there any such information anywhere? No, that's clearly not given. B, it will eventually become a money-making scheme. Like, do you find any such information that it is going to be a money-making scheme? Like, it will be expensive, yes, but do you really, like, is there any information given in the paragraph that it's gonna be a business for somebody or it's gonna be a something which would generate a lot of income to some? Is there any kind of information mentioned anywhere in the paragraph? No. So that can never be the answer. Let's move on to C. Women who are well off will be at a distinct advantage. So that is something we found in the last portion. One thing is for certain, you may read the fourth line from the bottom. One thing is for certain, at approximately $7,500 for a cycle of hormone treatment, egg harvesting and freezing, it is likely to become the preserve of a privileged few who can afford it. So yet another misgiving and to add to the case against it. So that's another criticism. What is the criticism here? It's too expensive. So it is possible only for those people or those women who are rich enough to afford it. അവർക്ക് മാത്രം പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യം. വെൽ ഓഫ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പ്രോപ്പർലി സെറ്റിൽഡ്, നല്ലപോലെ കാശുള്ള അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നല്ലപോലെ റിച്ച് ആയിട്ട് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ സെറ്റിൽ ആയിട്ട് താമസിക്കുന്നവരെ വെൽ ഓഫ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ വിമൻ ഹു ആർ വെൽ ഓഫ് വിൽ ബി അറ്റ് എ ഡിസ്റ്റിങ് അഡ്വാൻറ്റേജ്. യെസ്, ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി they will be at a distinct advantage. People who can't really afford huge amount of money like this would never be able to go for this. So that's one more criticism which has been mentioned in the last part. All right, let's move on to the last option now. It should be only for those requiring it on medical grounds. Yes, you may have seen this option given in the paragraph, and I can see a lot of people actually went for that. Our option നമ്മുടെ പാരഗ്രാഫിൽ കിടപ്പുണ്ട് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. But what is the question? They are asking for criticism. Criticize ചെയ്യുന്നതിന്റെ റൈറ്റ് ക്രിട്ടിസൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന്റെ കാര്യമാണ് ചോദിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇവിടെ അതൊരു ക്രിറ്റിസിസം ആണോ? ചിന്തിക്കും, എല്ലാവരും ഒന്ന് ചിന്തിക്കും. മെഡിക്കൽ ഗ്രൗണ്ട്സിനുള്ളവർക്ക് മാത്രം അത് പ്രൊവൈഡ് ചെയ്താൽ മതി എന്ന്. ഇറ്റ്സ് എ സജഷൻ, ഇറ്റ്സ് നോട്ട് എ ക്രിറ്റിസിസം. Question is about why the writer is criticizing, and you came about suggestion here. മെഡിക്കൽ ഗ്രൗണ്ട്സിൽ പ്രശ്നം ഉണ്ടാവുന്നവർക്ക് മാത്രം ഇത് കൊടുത്താൽ മതി എന്നുള്ളത് ക്രിറ്റിസിസം അല്ല, അത് സജഷനാണ്. ക്രിറ്റിസിസം ലാസ്റ്റ് പാർട്ടിലാണ് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. എന്ത്? ഇറ്റ്സ് എക്സോർബിറ്റന്റ്ലി പ്രൈസ്ഡ്, അതുകൊണ്ട് കാശുള്ളവർക്ക് മാത്രമേ ഇത് പറ്റൂ, അതാണ് ഇതിന്റെ അടുത്ത ഒരു പ്രശ്നം എന്നാണ് ലാസ്റ്റ് ലൈനിൽ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. സോ വാട്ട് വിൽ ബി ദി ആൻസർ? ഇറ്റ്സ് ഗോണ ബി സി. വിമൻ ഹു ആർ വെൽ ഓഫ് will be at a distinct advantage. I hope everybody has understood that. So yeah, this was actually a perfect example for how you're likely to get distracted when you find a similar option. ഒരേപോലെ ഇരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഓപ്ഷൻ കാണുമ്പോൾ എങ്ങനെ ഡിസ്ട്രാക്റ്റഡ് ആയി പോകുന്നു എന്നുള്ളതിന്റെ ഒരു പെർഫെക്റ്റ് എക്സാമ്പിൾ ആണ് നിങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ കണ്ടത്. കാരണം പലരും ഇതിനകത്തിൽ both in Facebook and in YouTube I can find numerous people, like majority of the people went for D. D എഴുതാനുള്ള കാരണം എന്താണ്? അത് രണ്ടും ഒരേപോലെ ഇരിക്കുന്നു. You went for the similarities. So don't do that. Never. That should never happen. So ഇവിടെ ചോദിച്ചേക്കുന്ന criticism ആണ്. You should go after criticism then. That's why it's so important to understand the question or get the proper focus of the question. Question നേരെ ചെവേ മനസ്സിലാക്കണം. So don't get distracted. See, things are not actually a huge problem and never going to be a huge problem for anybody. You need to have a control on carelessness, ignorance and getting distracted. ഇത് ഇത്രയും കൺട്രോൾ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയാൽ, and if you have a better understanding ability, things are going to be definitely easy for anybody. So I hope you, like many of you, might have gotten something beneficial from this session. So this was my last question. So definitely you people should share and comment your opinions, and you need to share this particular video to as many number of people as you can, so that it would be helpful to them as well. So if you want to know more about B-GHUD, you may contact them. The contact details have been given there in the Facebook and the website. So you may contact them if you want. We are actually providing these kind of these kind of sessions intermittently. So you may expect more from us in the future. So if you have got any doubts regarding whatever we discussed, you may still comment it. We will definitely go through that, and we will definitely try to answer them and clarify your doubts. So that's all for today's session. I hope it was really effective and beneficial. So I'm going to wind up now. So thank you everybody for your time and cooperation, and be safe. Thank you.